No, you're fine. And the first name is just Elias?
Elias.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, what motivated you to donate blood today?
My sister was born with a lung disease called cystic fibrosis, which means that at the end of her bronchioles, she doesn't have a certain enzyme that fights mucus that builds up. So for her whole life, she was in and out of hospitals. And we grew up always going to hospitals, you know, to visit her and that sort of thing. She was able to kind of integrate into regular culture and society, go to school and that sort of thing. But she missed a lot of school. And like I say, frequently kind of going to the doctor and that sort of thing. So I've always been surrounded by kind of the health environment, you know, and people who are sick and that sort of thing. When she turned about 16 or 17, her lung capacity really started to diminish a lot. Yeah, we just she eventually started to be on oxygen and kind of carry around this oxygen tank, and it was really embarrassing, you know, to her, because you know she just had to carry around this thing, and you know with tubes going in her nose and that sort of thing. So she eventually, you know, stopped going to school because she couldn't any longer, and just started taking, you know, homeschool and that sort of thing. And then obviously before that, because she's my younger sister, I was able to start giving blood, and it just made sense to me to kind of be able to give, you know, in this way that would help someone kind of in the case like my sister. When my sister turned 18, they're like, okay, Mary, your lungs aren't going to last much longer. So there is an option to get a lung transplant if that's something that you want to do. Lung transplants can be kind of scary because there's no guarantee how long they will last, the set of lungs. So it's kind of a risk of, hey, do you kind of just live out the rest of your days with this oxygen, or do you know, take the risk and get a lung transplant? So she got on the list, and we didn't know how long it would take because it's always different. And about 3 months in of being on the list, we got a call, and she's like, hey, come in and get a lung transplant. So in the middle of the night, we rushed to the hospital, and kind of we all waited, our whole family, while she was upstairs getting this lung transplant. And someone was telling me just about how much blood it takes during a lung transplant for the operation to be successful, you know, and just blood filtering through, and just to keep someone alive, it takes so much blood. And I realized, I mean, in addition to the lungs themselves, with the blood, like, there's someone out there who decided to stand up and say, I want to give my blood so that Mary can have a new set of lungs. And that meant the world to me. And I realized that if I can do that for another person, like, that is exactly what I want to do. So my sister is 21 right now, and she's had a lung transplant for 3 years, and her lungs are really healthy and going great. She still frequently goes to the doctor for checkups and that sort of thing. But if she ever needs another operation or whatever, like, there's blood there because people give blood, and that's the only way that we can get blood. So I'm really grateful to all of them, and I want to be able to be a part of that and contribute so that the next person can get a lung transplant.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah, that's a really good story.
Wow, thank you for sharing that with us. Well, this is relevant somewhat. There's one of the things we learned in this project is that one person donating blood can actually save 3 people's lives. So, did you know that?
Yeah, I mean, that was a statistic that I heard,
yeah.
And that's exactly right, you know, to realize that, I mean, just one person gave to save my sister's life, you know, and that I can pass that forward to 3 more. That's amazing.
Do you have any other thoughts you want to add, or?
Really, no. I mean, I just, well, yes, clearly, because I'm still talking. Just the idea of being able to share, you know, and how, like, blood is a resource that, you know, like, we don't have an infinite amount of. And if we have, just like anything else that we kind of have in this life, if we can give it away, there's something in that I think really blesses the giver, you know, that, like, it's better to give than to receive. And there's something in giving, realizing that I'm participating in something that's really, like, special and lovely. That's a huge, obviously I feel so blessed and encouraged by the opportunity to give, which encourages me to keep on going. So the reward of giving is astronomical.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah.